started. I heard from John about 6:10, and he was just leaving
Running late.
downtown.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, welcome everyone. Really glad you're here for this kind of unusual meeting of the New Albany Plain Local Board of Education here. I'd like to welcome everyone to our special meeting this evening and call the meeting to order and request a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Newmoff?
Here.
Ms. Kalinowski?
Here.
Mr. Darrow?
Here.
Vice President McClellan is not here yet.
Not yet,
President Kohler?
and I am here. Thank you very much. Now, could I invite you all to please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? The flag's over here.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Our first order of business is to approve the agenda, but I will ask if anyone here has any additions or changes to the agenda as it's set out tonight.
Nope.
Well, I do. I would like to add an executive session immediately after public participation and before we conclude our action on the superintendent's search firm.
Second, or so moved, or whichever I'm supposed to do first.
Thank-
Just to clarify, this is before the superintendent search firm?
Yes,
Okay.
so
I'll second.
thank you.
You got this.
I'll get Robert's rules.
Eventually.
So,
Here's John.
oh, good. We're
Hi,
just
John.
working on the agenda, John.
Okay.
So what we did is we have a motion in a second to add an executive session this evening immediately following public participation, but before we take action on the superintendent search firm.
Okay.
Okay? So if there are no questions, could we have a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Darrow?
Yes.
Ms. Kalinowski?
Yes.
Mr. Newmoff?
Yes.
Vice President McClellan?
Yes.
President Kohler?
Yes, and that motion carries. Has anyone signed up to address the board this evening? Thank you. Okay. I'll give it my best shot, Ann.
I'd love to hear how you say it.
Gunzenhauser.
Yeah, perfect. 13 letters.
That's quite a mouthful.
Oh, yes, it's Ann Gunzenhauser, Gunzenhauser, and I'm at 5051 Notting Hill, New Albany. And I just wanted to come talk to you today regarding the superintendent position. I feel that there are many qualified candidates in the district, one in particular that I'd like to speak to with you about, and that's Michael Sawyers. I feel very strongly that he'd be a good fit. He's gone up the ranks from teacher. He's been a superintendent, assistant superintendent for the state, and his current position, of course. He's helped me with couple issues of transportation. He's come up with very, very good solutions. And I just really wanted to add my 2 cents. He's not paying me. I'm doing this of my own free will. And that's really it. I think he'd hit the ground running. He'd be able to do the job well, in my opinion. So thank you for listening.
Thanks so
Thank you
much.
so much, Ann. Do we have anyone else who's? Oh, great. Finish signing your name.
filled it out yet.
That-
Can I just?
You can. And do we know your name on it? Okay, John Gray. Good evening, Mr. Gray.
How are you?
Thank you. Give us
The
your-
one thing I want to,
Just,
oh, I'm sorry.
Would you share your address with us as well? please?
Yes, I'm on 4440 Olmsted Road.
Okay, thank you. And
Okay.
please proceed.
I I don't know if this has entered into the discussions already. It may have. The one thing I do want to ask that you guys keep in mind that April did accomplish, and I would certainly like to see the new superintendent, whoever he or she may be, continue, is in relationship to the mental health situation within our district. For the past 2.5 years, I've been working at Nationwide Children's Hospital as a parent support specialist on the YCSU, which is the Youth Crisis Stabilization Unit, which is in layman's term, the suicide unit, where kids have attempted or made credible threats to attempt. When I first started, we essentially had the New Albany room. We would have a kid in, discharge, another kid would come right in. We have a significant problem within the district. The schools have gotten much, much better at recognizing kids who have mental health issues, offering services to them, helping them out. Obviously, I have no hard data that what April put in place has led to a reduction, but I have seen a reduction in the number of kids coming into New Albany. Could that be coincidental? Yes, absolutely. I can't prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's related to the changes that April made, but I do know having those changes in place, first of all, it's obeying the law. The IDEA law is pretty clear. It is a federal law. We are required to obey it. I know during Steve Castle's time that there were a number of lawsuits that parents won successfully against the school district because they would not provide services, they would not obey the law. As I said, we do have a significant problem. Cutting is a very big issue within this community. There's a lot of anxiety, depression, et cetera, et cetera. I would like you guys just to keep that in mind when you're doing the search, that April did move that bar in a very positive direction. And I certainly hope we can keep that going forward. This is the only community that Nationwide Children's Hospital has ever sent a behavioral health team out to do a crisis intervention with. And I hope we don't ever have to do that again. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you
Thanks.
very much for coming. Well, that then brings us to the executive session. And what we need is, I'll go ahead and move, and then we will need a second to enter into executive session is permitted by section 122.22 G1 and 4 of the Ohio Revised Code to prepare for the consideration of the appointment and or employment of a public official or employee.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. McClung. Could we have a roll call, please?
President Kohler,
Yes.
Vice President McClellan,
Yes.
Mr. Newmoff,
Yes.
Ms. Kalinowski,
Yes.
Mr. Darrow.
Yes.
And unlike past practice, we do plan to take action when we come out of executive session. You'll notice that there is still one piece of business here in terms of appointing the superintendent search firm. So we intend to reconvene after executive session to make that decision. Okay. Good.
Where are we headed,
We're
Lori?
gonna go here.
Okay.
Yeah.